guys, welcome to lesson 3 in coding with Scratch. The aim of today's lesson is to learn about variables and how they can be used in a game. The 3 objectives for today's lesson are: you must understand what a variable is, you must know how a variable works, and you could be able to get a variable to work successfully in a game. The game of choice for today is a variant of the game Pong, released in 1972 by Atari, and is basically a two-dimensional game that resembles ping pong or tennis. Basically, a variable is something that can be changed. So for instance, in a computer game, it would be the lives or the score. So, without further ado, click on the link to the Scratch website, go to the Ideas tab, and make sure you log in. Okay, so once you've got logged in and you're on the Ideas tab, you'll again see your activity guides down below. Now, the one I want you to click on this time is the Pong game, as we previously just discussed. So, click on the Pong game and try the tutorial. Notice I've included the coding cards for later in the assignment. So, in we go to the tutorial. Now, as you know with the tutorials in the past, you've got your tutorial down below. You can drag that into screen so you can see it, and you can play the videos and work your way through the different steps using the progression arrow here. And it'll show you where you need to grab the sprites from, where you need to change the backgrounds to, and everything else you need to do. So I'm just going to click through these very quickly, right now, just so you can see what's happening. Now then, that's a basic beginning of the tutorial. So when you get so far in the tutorial, you can then go to the Pong cards and start reading your way through them. So they start at the top here, and they look exactly like the ones I've got here. So what we will be doing on the Pong cards is more or less what is in the tutorial, but at a slightly more step-by-step level and increasing the difficulty later on. So you first obviously get a ball to move around, and that would be objective 1, I suppose, really. And then it'll take you through which blocks of code you need to add in detail, and the code you need to create is exactly like the code that are on these coding cards. So if you do have any issues, recheck the coding cards instead of the tutorial in this pane, which has now disappeared for some reason. So as you make your way to the bottom, and bearing in mind there is quite a bit to do, it'll now start asking you to add code with score points. Now this is where it introduces variables into the game. So you'll notice every time you touch the paddle, you'll add 1 to your score, for example. And then you may even get to make your, lives if you want. Or if you wanted to progress even further, you could create a 2-player game using different keys on the keyboard. You've got to make this your own. Obviously I don't want it looking exactly like what's here. You can change the ball, you can change the paddle. Just make sure you follow this by the word at least, and you will have a working game at the end of it. And again guys, when you hand in your work, okay, you can take a video of it, or you can take screen caps of all the code and just put those into for example, a slides document, so you have one document then to import and to hand in, and then hand it to me that way. Okay, I don't know if there is a way that you can screenshot this area, and it's not like the microbit coder, so I don't think you can. Alright, so any screenshots of all the code or a video of the game working will be fine. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that one, guys, or I hope you do enjoy it, sorry. I'd love to see the work that you come up with. I do really enjoy looking at the ways you've customized the game, because I think that's where the learning really, really kicks in. It's when you understand what the blocks do and can change them to what you want them to do. Okay, well done, guys. I will see you soon.